Hello? No way. Really? Guys, it's Nurses Week.
Happy Nurses Week!
I just want to wish all of my nurses and all of the Atlas nurses a very special and happy Nurses Week. It's been a very hard year for everyone, and you know, as nurses, you guys have been out there on the front line taking care of us, taking care of our families, taking care of yourselves, and taking care of your own families, and that means a lot. The world wouldn't be going around without you, so happy Nurses Week.
Thank you for your hard work and dedication. Thank you for everything you guys do for us each and every day. We appreciate it so much. You guys are awesome. Happy Nurses Week.
Happy Nurses Week to all of you. Thank you so much for everything you do. It's been such a tough year for you guys, and I am proud to say that I work with nurses every day.
The absolute compassion and selflessness and bravery that you show every single day is like nothing else. The sacrifices that you've had to make, not only being on the front lines, making sure the rest of us are taken care of, but also the sacrifices you've had to make being away from your family and your little ones and everything else. And just doing it with still such dedication and resilience and just amazingness. I can't even begin to thank you 20 times over. You are so, so, so appreciated, and huge props to the ladies who helped me bring my youngest into the world through COVID, through all of the wonderful profanity that I screamed. They didn't kick me out, and they didn't judge me, I don't think. And I could not have gotten through it without such an awesome team, and I am so, so thankful every single day. You guys are amazing. Happy Nurses Week.
Not too long ago, I had to stay here for a few days, and I just wanted to say thank you to the nurses, and specifically the 2 travel nurses that took care of me whenever I was here. Thank you for all that you do, and happy Nurses Week.
Thank you for taking care of my mom while she was battling cancer. Happy Nurses Week.
Thank you for keeping my diabetic best friend alive.
Thank you for holding my hand on one of the toughest days of my life. I hope you all have a happy Nurses Week.
Thank you for being there through life's biggest moments, from the birth of my 4 children to my diagnosis and treatment for cancer. Your compassion and your kindness will never be forgotten. Happy Nurses Week.
Thanks for taking care of my sweet daughter Oakland when she was born this past year in the middle of the pandemic. I appreciate you greatly.
Thank you for your patience and your passion and your care. We truly are blessed to have so many amazing nurses in our lives. Thank you so much for what you did for this little guy when he got hurt, and taking care of mommy as well. You really are just angels, and thank you will never be enough. Say thank you.
Thank you.
You hold a special place in my heart, as my mother's been dealing with stage 4 cancer the last 2 years. If it wasn't for the quality of care and training of all the nurses that I've encountered, as far as the compassion, the selflessness, and just transparency, it's made it so much more peaceful for her as well. Kind of gives her a peace of mind to focus more on the recovery. So if it wasn't for the nurses, I'm sure things would not go as smooth as they currently do.
My mother unfortunately passed away earlier this year, and due to the world of COVID that we're living in now, unfortunately I wasn't able to be with her, but the nurses and healthcare professionals that were there and were able to comfort her and provide her care mean more to me than I could ever possibly hope to express. The fact that you leave your families to be with families like mine and others is the biggest sacrifice that we could ever ask someone to make. So for all those times where you've been there for someone when their family couldn't, and for just being the amazing people that you are and the hearts that you have, thank you is not a strong enough word. I love you guys, and keep fighting and keep hanging in there. You guys got this.
Thanks so much for being there through everything, whether that's all my childhood surgeries or the birth of my 2 kids. Especially thank you for being there for my wife during that time. And this year, obviously, we all owe you a huge debt of gratitude for everything you did during the pandemic. I can't imagine the sacrifices you've made. So thank you guys so much. Happy Nurses Week.
So I have been sitting here thinking about all the ways that nurses have affected my life. And that is from the little small things where I'm calling the doctor's office for the kids, the late night ER visits, childhood surgeries, 2 NICU stays, bed rest, and even the interactions that my sister and my family had during her battle with cancer. It's incredible the way that you're pouring into families and people's lives during the course of your career. I mean, I wonder how many people you touch. It's a blessing, and I hope you feel celebrated and honored this week. We celebrate you.
Nurses, thank you so much for everything that you do on a day-to-day. I know you are the reason that my daughters always feel so comfortable on any of the visits we have to take them in for, so thank you.
And thank you so much for all the wonderful care you provide my children. Unfortunately, my son is a frequent visitor of yours, so but somehow, some way, you guys make him feel so comfortable being around, so thank you for everything.
Happy Nurses Week, and a special shout out to all the nurses that helped my mom through her recent bout with breast cancer. She's now free, clear, and in remission, and she couldn't do it, or we couldn't do it without all of you.
Happy Nurses Week. I want to thank each and every one of our nurses serving our communities, and I know personally after the birth of my twins, I was rushed to the ICU, and I'll never forget the nurses that helped nurse me back to health so I can hold my twins for the first time.
We thank you for everything you do for us. You've been there for my kids and their numerous trips to emergency rooms for trampoline incidents and all kinds of different things. We love you guys. Thank you for all the work you do.
Currently, I am battling stage 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma. Nurses have made all the difference in the diagnosis, the treatment, care plan, the amount of compassion and positivity that you guys bring into people's lives like mine every single day does not go unnoticed at all. I'm sure that, a lot of people have a very romantic idea of going into nursing, how it's going to be, and I know you guys go through a whole lot, but the amount of care and just amazingness that you provide to someone like myself on a day-to-day basis is very, very, very recognized. Thank you so much. Happy Nurses Week.
Happy Nurses Week to all the great nurses out there, especially the labor and delivery nurses who help people bring home bundles of joy like these two.
Thank you for treating people with cancer. Thanks for sewing me up.
When you needed stitches?
Yes.
A couple of times?
Yes, I hate it.
Happy Nurses Week.
2020 has been a heck of a year for our family. Mother and stepfather and father-in-law and mother-in-law, all with some heart and some cancer issues. Also, there was a quick ER visit for one of our kiddos. Thanks for keeping her toes safe and her spirits lifted. Thank you.
Hi, we just wanted to take a second and wish you Happy Nurses Week. I am 4 weeks post-op from having a back fusion, and I can tell you that I was extremely grateful for all of the support that I got while I was in the hospital, so thank you for everything you do.
Happy Nurses Week.
Happy Nurses Week. Thank you so much for all the sacrifices that you have made throughout the last year through this entire pandemic. I can't even imagine what it's been like. And a special thank you to all the nurses here at Lakeside Hospital in Omaha, Nebraska, who took care of me a couple months ago when I was in the hospital for a couple days. Thank you so much.
I just wanted to take a second to say thank you, nurses. Every time I hear someone's story about their experience with nurses, they just talk about how incredibly selfless and caring you guys are. Every patient you treat like they're your only patient. You guys are just incredible, and I hope you had a great Nurses Week. Thank you.
Happy Nurses Week to all of our amazing nurses out there. You are so loved and so appreciated. This week is all about you, and it's well deserved.
Thank you for your commitment, your hard work, and your dedication to your patients day in and day out.
Happy Nurses Week, everyone. It's been a tough year
for everyone, especially all of you. Thank you for all your sacrifices and dedication throughout the pandemic. And I also wanted to give a shout out to my mom, who's finally retiring from a long nursing career. Thank you so much.
Hey, I just wanted to say Happy Nurses Week to all you guys that made it through COVID. I know it was a crazy year and we appreciate you so much. Thank you and we love you.
Thank you for all you've done to take care of people, especially the last year. We really appreciate you and hope that you have an amazing Nurses Week. We love you.
Thank you guys for having the bravery and courage to get through everything that 2020 threw at you. We love and appreciate you so much.
Thank you guys for being my heroes and my friends. I'm so happy to know you. So proud to be on this journey with you from the bottom of my heart. I thank you. Love you guys.
Thank you for always being there and taking care of my family, my friends, as well as myself in our time of need. You are very much appreciated. Happy Nurses Week.
Thank you for waking up every day, leaving your families to take care of ours. The world would not be the same without nurses.
Happy Nurses Week. I hope you guys take the time to do something special or treat yourself to something this week because you guys definitely deserve it.
Happy Nurses Week to all you amazing nurses out there, and thanks for keeping America healthy.
As a former teacher, I know the importance of attaboys, so nurses, we thank you for putting up the great fight for our country. It matters. Happy Nurses Week.
They're just like superheroes. And when I tell my nurses, I'm like, you are angels. They're like, no, we're just doing our job. But I think whenever no matter what job it is that you're in, but especially a job like a nurse, like I feel like, that they work so hard every day that it must be easy to kind of lose sight of like the impact that you have and just kind of go and do your job. Like they're having impacts on people's lives that they don't even know.
I have so many dear friends that I wouldn't have now if it wasn't for you making the decision to, follow your life's path into nursing. And so for that, from the absolute bottom of my heart, I appreciate you. I respect what you do. I think that a week isn't nearly enough. But thank you a million times. Thank you so much. Happy Nurses Week.
I just want to say Happy Nurses Week to all of the nurses out there, especially the Atlas nurses. You guys rock. Thank you for keeping my family healthy when it's needed.
I am eternally grateful for all of you, especially you Atlas nurses out there. You guys have changed my life, and I say that from the bottom of my heart. That is the honest to God truth. You guys are amazing, and all I can do to really show you guys how much you mean to me and to our Atlas family is just continue to sing your praises. Not just one day a year, not just 1 week a year, but all the frickin' time. I love you guys, and I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you for partnering with Atlas MedStaff. The work that you do on the front lines adds a lot of purpose to our lives. Appreciate you. Have a wonderful Nurses Week. You deserve it.
From where I sit and what I do every single day, if there's one thing that I know, it's this. There isn't a better group of nurses out there than Atlas nurses. Thank you so much. Happy Nurses Week 2021. What's that, Steve? I can double my budget for Vegas this year? Twice as much? Okay. See you at TravCon 2021.